What's up, my people? It's Cas Sports again, back for another afternoon with the family. Now, as usual, before I get started, let me give a shout out to the JBT community. Just boxing talk. We're a group of people that just love to talk boxing. And we're always looking for others to join us. And you don't have to have a podcast channel or anything like that. The only requirement is you just have to love to talk boxing. That's all. Justin James was in the building. He said he had to get back to work. Stop by to hit the like. I appreciate that. 1000%, Justin James. And if you're listening, I hope you enjoy the show today. Salute to the Rise Podcast. The Rise Podcast made that fire post this morning about the JBT lineup, and I've been getting likes. Appreciate you, Rise Podcast. Yes. My likes been going up today directly related to that post. That's great. And it's an honor to be a part of that lineup. You talk about a murderer's row. That is a nice lineup, I must say. But welcome to another episode of Cas Sports Boxing Talk. This is the Friday afternoon edition. Okay. How is everyone this afternoon? Ready for the weekend? It's straight ahead of us. Here in Maryland, where I live, they talking about some of that white stuff tomorrow. Yeah, they done said the S word. But they said just a little snow mixed with some rain. So it'll be a mess. I'd rather have the snow, just straight snow, you know. But we got some fights again this weekend. After none last weekend, we got Virgil Ortiz returning to the ring. He's been out over a year. So it's going to be interesting to see how he looks in his return. Yep. And I'm going to talk about that card in a little while. Just touch on it briefly. Just, see who's on it and what they've been doing lately. That type of thing. But how's everyone doing today? Hope your afternoon is rolling along good. The profile for today is Hector Macho Camacho. We can't have an episode of Cas Sports without talking about history. No way. By the way, I hope everybody enjoys those little profiles we do. Had to do a couple of women boxers the last couple of days. Just to be fair, they are an important part of the sport we love. Little update on the Kazuki Anaguchi, the Japanese boxer that went unconscious after his fight December 26th on the Monster Inouye Marlon Tapala's card. Last report was he was still unconscious. Okay, when he got to the hospital, they put him in a medically induced coma. And just to touch on briefly what happened, he He finished the fight on his feet. You know, he didn't get knocked out, but he got knocked down 4 times during the fight. And then in his corner after the fight, he had trouble standing up. So, and then he had trouble walking on the way back to the dressing room. So they took him to the hospital. He lost consciousness en route, and the doctors did a type of brain surgery on him. And he has a condition called what is it called? Subdural hematoma. Okay. And last I heard, he's still in a coma. The coma was medically induced by the doctors. But he wasn't unconscious when he arrived at the hospital. So, like I've been saying the last few days, if you are a praying person, please put Kazuki and Gucci in your prayers, okay? Because he's in the ring, putting his life on the line, entertaining us that love the sport of boxing. So, yeah, if you are a praying person, just say one for him today. How are you today, sir? Good to see you on this Friday afternoon. Ready for the fights tomorrow. I finally saw an opponent for Honor Barbosa. Remember, all week I was just baffled by how it was like to be announced in his fight week. But it looks like Sergey Derevyanchenko has been scratched from the card. Okay. But it's I think it's 6 fights on there, a couple 4-rounders. And I'm going to talk about it in a minute. Salute, Mike Mazik. Welcome to another episode of Cas Sports Boxing Talk. Hector Macho Camacho is the profile for today. Part of his legacy is that skirt they wear. He was the first one that I ever saw wearing, and I think he was the first. He used to come out with the whole outfit with the like those I guess it was the Greeks used to wear the piece up top, like a shield like, and the little helmet and the skirt. Yeah, Camacho used to come out in all of that doing his ring walk. And that's his legacy. He was the only one wearing that back then. I remember when he first came out, everybody was like, what in the world does he have on? Now you got plenty of fighters wearing that. So that's part of Hector's legacy, though. The skirt. I don't know what they call it, so I call it the skirt. Yup. He was the first one. Then I think Pro Box doesn't return until the 17th. Yeah. And that's not bad. Aunt McQueen got me to watch it about a month ago. And I've been hooked on it ever since. There's some boxing during the week. Bomac had 2 fighters on there on the last Pro Box. Excuse me. He had Calvin Davis, Keyshawn's brother. And then he had another guy on the card. Yep. So Pro Box is not bad. Middle of the week, you know. I liked it when Top Rank did the Thursday card with Shakur and De Los Santos, remember? I don't know why one of those promotional companies don't pick that up and start giving us some fight, you know, during the weekdays. Wouldn't be a bad idea, I don't think. "2024 is shaping up to be another good year for us. starting out with this card this weekend. Now, it's not starting as good as 2023 because you know who started out 2023, don't you? The face of boxing himself. Remember that card against Hector Garcia? Boots was on it. Boo Boo. Rashidi. Vila. So 24 is not quite starting out as good as 2023 because 2023 had to face the boxer himself on the first card. So you can't top that. I'm sorry, not with me anyway. But we have some promising fights coming up. Starting with this card tomorrow. Let me take a quick look at that. Headlined by Virgil Ortiz and Frederick Dawson. I don't know too much about Frederick Dawson. I think he's been stopped 3 times. Yeah. So if it's the anywhere near the normal Virgil, this guy Dawson, it's probably going to be food for him. Yeah, he'll probably be food for old Virgil. But I'm just glad to see some boxing. Excuse me for one moment. I'm going to close this door. I got this giant fish tank out there. I got this big old aquarium and I can hear it in the background. Too loud in the background. I think I need to add some water to it or something. Yeah, they talking about the old snow tomorrow in Maryland. I was trying to see if a few more people was going to come into the building before I get started. Yeah. But the JBT, it's a growing community, and you know, the lineup is we had J Hardcore starting out at 8 o'clock in the morning. Then I come on at 2, Cas Sports. 4 o'clock is Just Do Boxing. And then J Hardcore spins the block, comes back at 8. And you know, when you have a concert or show, you know, the top act always comes on last. So for the JBT, the Rise Podcast closes it out at 9 o'clock. And what a way to close this show. And that's the murderous role of these YouTube channels. Pound JBT, Just Boxing Talk. And whatever else, wherever else the conversation takes us. Of course, in the hangout tonight, it's the Friday night hangout. And that's a special one. BYOB. And be ready to do a lot of laughing. Yeah, and be thinking about the hardcore hangout. Hopefully we'll get that together this year. We was waiting on a Abdul Wahid fight announcement. And we're trying to plan it around that. If it's in the east anywhere close to the east, because so many of us live in this part of the country. It's crazy. So we thought that would be a good idea. A cruise and other things have been mentioned, but for the first hangout meet and greet, it's got to be a boxing match, because that's what brought us all together in the first place. Was boxing, right? So we just got to meet up at a boxing match. It don't have to be all boxing. We're gonna plan it. Gonna be other things going on, you know. We just wanted to plan it around that fight. That's all. But we'll see. We'll be talking about it. Okay, but Virgil Ortiz versus Frederick Lawson. Okay, Virgil comes in 19-0, 100% knockout rate. 19-0, 19 knockouts. Frederick Lawson is 30-3. He had 22 knockouts, but all three of his losses he's got stopped. Okay. So, like I was saying, if it's anywhere close to the normal Virgil, Lawson is probably food. Probably get eaten alive tomorrow. But it's boxing, and we love it. Now, Golden Boy has high expectations for Virgil. Okay. He's returning to the ring after 17-month absence. Wow. Okay. And he made his debut in 2016. And like I said, he got 100% knockout rate. Now, he was scheduled to fight in July of last year, 2023. But he suffered from a condition called rhabdomyolysis multiple times. And that wasn't bad for Cas Sports, was it? Rhabdomyolysis. I did the little thing on Google where it tells you how to pronounce stuff. But he suffered from that multiple times. And I think he really just needed to go to 54, you know. And he's done it, and it seems to be okay. We're at the day before the fight, and everything is a go. So that's what it looked like he had to do all the time, just move up, you know. Because, you know, I mean, no matter how bad you might want to stay at a weight class, your body's going to let you know when it's time to go, okay? That body will let you know, hey, you can't squeeze down into this weight class anymore. Get a move on. Move on up. And that's what Virgil has done, and it seems like he's going to be okay. Now, Lawson, the guy he's fighting, he turned professional in 2011. And like I said, he has 22 knockouts. He's from Ghana, 3-2 in his last 5 fights. Now, he's currently on a 2-fight winning streak. Okay? And all 3 of his losses, he's been stopped in them. So, yeah. Virgil come out there anything close to normal, it'll probably be a stoppage. But since Virgil's a little rusty, been out for 17 months, it might take him a minute to do it. It's a 12 round, scheduled for 12 rounds in the junior middleweight division. So, let's say 7 to 12. Any time after 7, he'll probably get him on up out of there. What's up, Remo? Remo Cape just entered the building. Remo from richthreads.com is in the building. Salute to Remo. Okay, just going over the card, Remo, that's all, for tomorrow. Okay, the main event was Frederick Lawson and Virgil. Now, the co-main is O'Hara Davies against Ismael Barroso. Wouldn't it be nice if Barroso could get a win and get another shot at rolling? And, you know, like I said, just don't let Tony Weeks referee it. If I'm Barroso, I see Tony Weeks, I'm protesting. I'm going on back to the dressing room. I'm not even getting in the ring if Tony Weeks in there, because he's shown that he will cheat. Okay, I'm not saying he cheats every time, but he's shown that he's willing to take that envelope. No referee. Tony Weeks is one of the best referees out there, and he is too good to make a premature stoppage like he did in that Rolly Barroso fight. He's too good to make a mistake like that. That had to have been done on purpose. I told you. They gave him the signal. They said, Rolly can't do it. Tony, you got to do it for him. They might have, slid the envelope back and forth across the table or waved it up a little bit in the air, but, they gave him the signal. You got to do it for him, Tony. Lonnie Lee, what's happening? Good afternoon. Salute. Lonnie Lee is in the building. How was work today, Lonnie? Okay. It's the weekend now. You don't work. You don't work on weekends, do you, Lonnie? I know you're at that red light. Yeah, me too, Remo. I like to see him get another shot at Rolly, though, man, because he should have had that WBA title. You know, this is a WBA title eliminator, so the winner, I don't know if they're going to get a shot at Rolly, but the winner will be in line for a shot, right? Because this is the title eliminator. 12 rounds, junior welterweight class, okay. Now, Davies, this fight was originally scheduled for last month, December, but Davies had visa issues. He's from the UK. He had visa issues. So that's what kept it from happening last month. Supposed to be on the Ryan Garcia card. I forgot who he was fighting already. Told you I was old. Who did Ryan Garcia fight last month? This fight was supposed to be on that card. There's Tim Layton, JBT in the building. Tim Layton, JBT. Another knowledgeable member of the JBT community. And Tim Layton wears that JBT behind his name. It looks good on there too, Tim. Tim Layton pound JBT. That's why I say like Cas Sports. You see Tim Layton? It's okay, but Tim Layton pound JBT, that's fire, man. You know, Tim Layton, it's okay. But Tim Layton pound JBT, that's fire, man. Appreciate you, Tim Layton. Oh my goodness. Do I see Remo pound JBT? Oh man. I told you that JBT is starting to appear. It looks good on you too, Remo. So let me introduce Remo again. Remo pound JBT is in the building. Okay, not Remo. Remo pound JBT is in the building. Salute Remo pound JBT. Okay, now this Davies and Barroso card was supposed to have been on the Ryan Garcia, whoever he fought card. I forgot, but he stopped him with that old fake shoulder roll. But he's hanging with Floyd, so hey, maybe Ryan gonna come out there and have a fire shoulder roll next fight. We don't know. I mean, he's hanging with Floyd. He should at least ask him. You know, can you show me that shoulder roll? But anyway, Davies, they're gonna make it this time. And he turned pro in 2014, right? And he was the English lightweight champion. He beat a guy named Andy Keats in 2016 to get that title. Then he fought Josh Taylor for the Commonwealth super lightweight title in 2017, but Josh Taylor beat him, right? And he has won his last. Davies is on a 7-fight winning streak. Yeah. He last lost against who was his last loss to? Can't read my own writing. He last lost in March. Okay. So he's on a 7-fight winning streak. Barroso, look like you got your work cut out for you. Okay, his last loss came against Jack Catterall in March 2023. But now he's won. Wait a minute, that's not right. He hasn't fought 7 times since then. Okay, his last loss was in 2018 against Jack Catterall. Get it right, Cass. And his last fight was March 2023. He knocked out a guy named Lewis Ritson. Okay, he's 31 years old. 7-fight win streak. Now Barroso, this is his first fight since that controversial loss to Rolly. Okay, when was that? March, May of last year. Yeah. Okay, first fight since then. Now Barroso turned pro in 2015. Okay, and his age is up for debate. I'm in my 60s. I think me and him around the same age, tell you the truth. Me and Barroso. Yeah. I look better than him too. Okay. But this is his first fight since that loss to Rolly. Okay. Turned pro in 2015. Had a draw in his first fight. Now Barroso had this is for the WBA interim lightweight title, super lightweight title, right? And he had the WBA lightweight title in 2015. Right? But then when he got his title shot, he lost it. I don't know who the champion was then, but Barroso lost it in his title shot. Okay, that's the only title shot he had too. Wow. Now before that controversial loss to Rolly, well, he's 55, Remo. Okay, 5 grandchildren, yeah. But he's in good shape. You got to give him his props. Now, before that controversial loss to Rolly, when Tony Weeks cheated him, he was on a 5-fight winning streak. So really, you can say Barroso has won his last 6 fights. Because, well, he didn't win the fight against Rolly. He was winning because it never, Rolly could have came back and really knocked him out. Anything could have happened, But he was on a 5-fight winning streak before then. Okay? Yeah. And so he gets a shot at the WBA interim tomorrow. And if he can win that, he'll be in line for another shot at Rolly. Wouldn't that be great? If he could get another shot. And by the way, he was winning on all cards when Tony Weeks made that controversial stoppage. Okay. Now, elsewhere on the card, Arnold Barbosa Jr., he's facing guy named Nadon Genie. His first name is Xolisani. I'm not even going to attempt that. And Barbosa comes in at 28-0. Nongini comes in at 31-3, 18 knockouts. He's from South Africa, by the way. Okay. Barbosa turned pro in 2013. And he did hold a North American Boxing Federation championship. That used to be a big deal back in the day. Not so much now. But he held that title in 2018. He's 32 years old. Last fought in February of last year. He beat Jose Pedraza by unanimous decision. Okay. Yeah, me and Ant was talking about Pedraza's resume the other day. Pedraza has fought everybody. That's another name we didn't even think about. Was Barbosa. Isn't Pedraza the one that's fighting Keyshawn? Is it Pedraza? Fighting Keyshawn on the TO card? I think it is. Yeah, but he's got a pretty good resume. Barbosa beat him in his last fight. The other guy, he turned pro in 2010. He has primarily fought most of his fights in his home of South Africa. Okay. And after his last fight, his last loss was in 2020. He went on a 5-fight winning streak. Okay. That ended last year in July. He lost to Ernesto Mercado. Okay. And he's fighting Arnold Barbosa. Is that Barbosa's first fight on Golden Boy, Remo? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I had heard he was kind of new to Golden Boy. Well, I didn't know he was that new. That's his first fight? Wow, I did not know that. Thank you for that information, Remo. This is Arnold Barbosa's first fight with Golden Boy. Wow. Yeah, because all they got over there is Virgil and Ryan. So they need to start try to pick up some more high-profile guys. Barbosa, he's okay. Yeah. But yeah, Golden Boy's cupboard is bare. They had plans for Alexis Rocha, but the big names over there is Virgil Ortiz and Ryan Garcia. And then we got to see how Virgil looks tomorrow. because he's been having that problem with that condition. Looks like he's going to make it this time, but we still got to see. Yeah. With rhabdomyolysis. I keep saying that because that's good for Cas Sports, ain't it? Rhabdomyolysis. That's the name of the condition Virgil had. Okay. So then, Barbosa, his fight is 10 rounds. 10 rounder. Okay, then we got another 10 rounder on the card. That's Raul Curiel going up against Elias Diaz. Curiel is 13-0. Now he has 11 knockouts. That's like an 85% knockout rate. Okay. So don't miss that one. Oh, Kid Austin is over there too, right, Remo? Yeah, Kid Austin too. Okay. That's right. Yeah, Remo is full of information today. And yeah, Kid Austin, thank you, Remo. Yeah. So we might get so be on the lookout for that one. This guy has an 85% knockout rate. 11 knockouts in 13 fights. Okay. And the guy he's fighting is 12-1. Elias Diaz. 10-rounder. Curiel was a 2012 Youth World Championship silver medalist. Okay. Turned pro in 2017. He also had the NABF title. And like I said, that meant a lot back in the day. Muhammad Ali had that at one time. But now, you hardly ever hear about it. And he won that title in 2021. I think he still has it. He beat Ferdinand Garobian. Now, Curiel's last fight was in September. He knocked out Courtney Pennington. His opponent, Diaz, he turned pro in 2016. 2-1 in his last 3 fights. He lost. After his last loss was in 2022. He rebounded with a win. So he's coming into this fight off of a win. Then there's 2 4-rounders on the card. Emiliano Bandora. He's 1-5. He's fighting Isaac Matamoros. 1-1. 2 prospects. BN Boxing News. Salute. BN Boxing News in the building. Just going over the Virgil card tomorrow. 6 fights. 2 4-rounders. Barroso making his return after the controversial loss to Rolly when Tony Weeks cheated him. Be nice to see Barroso get another shot at that belt. He deserves it. He should be wearing it. But he probably would have lost his next fight, whoever, him or Rolly was just holding it temporarily, But it would be nice to see him get another shot. Then we had another 4-rounder on the card. Jonathan Canis, 2-0, 1 knockout against Jamil Hooper, 0-1. Lightweights, 4 rounds. Okay? So that's what's happening tomorrow. Now the profile today is Hector Macho Camacho. The guy that gave us the skirt, okay? That's part of his legacy. He came out with the whole outfit. The little shield up top, the helmet that they used to wear back in those days. I guess the Greeks and all of them. And he'd be like 1,000 of them on the battlefield and they just charge. Come together. Yeah. That was Hector Macho Camacho. Part of his legacy. He gave us that. Whatever they call it. Everybody ready for the weekend? We're supposed to be getting some of that white stuff up here in Maryland tomorrow. Snow mixed with rain. It'll be a mess. Like I said, I'd rather have like a foot of snow than that rain and snow mix, Yeah. But we'll see. My wife was up there talking about taking off today. I'm like, what you gonna take off? She didn't want to drive in the snow. I don't see a snow out there anywhere. What you talking about? Like it's gonna be she get off at 8, like it's gonna be a foot of snow on the ground between now and 8 o'clock tonight. You know, people like in Buffalo and Minnesota where they had snow on the ground from November to May, they laugh at us. In Maryland, the whole state shuts down from like 6 inches of snow. They close school on the forecast. If they say it's going to snow, they close school. I remember being on the bus, 6 inches of snow on the ground and still snowing, going to school. But, you know, people are so quick to sue nowadays, you know, so you can't really blame them. But let's get into this to Hector Macho Camacho. When I was going over this profile earlier, you know, a good fight I thought about would be good at lightweight, prime versus prime. Now, both of these guys went past lightweight, but at lightweight, Hector Macho Camacho against Manny Pacquiao. Wouldn't that be a good fight at lightweight, prime versus prime? Two southpaws? I have no idea who would win that. No idea. Both could be slick. Both could get you out of there. Both could brawl. That would be a good fight, man. What y'all think about that? Manny Pacquiao, Hector Camacho at lightweight. That was a fight I thought about when I was first going over this. Oh, we're going to talk about the welterweight division later on today, too. A little history of that, current champions, rankings. You know how we do. You can't have a Cas Sports episode without some history involved in it. Okay, Hector Macho Camacho. Okay. Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing here. Excuse me for one moment. Yeah, BN Boxing News is in the building. Did everybody check out that post from the Rise podcast this morning about the lineup? I've been getting subscribers ever since they posted it, man. Wow. Salute to the Rise podcast. Appreciate them 1,000%. The JBT lineup. T Hardcore at 8 o'clock. Cas Sports at 2. Just Do Boxing at 4. And then, you know, you got to have the top act closing the show. Rise Up Podcast closing it out at 8 o'clock. But J Hardcore spins the block at 8, remember. Can't forget that. And tonight is a Friday night hangout. BYOB, be ready to laugh. And don't forget the hangout meet and greet sometime early this year. Probably around the time when the weather breaks. If we could get that Abdul Wahid fight on the East Coast, that would be perfect. Beautiful. But we'll see. We'll be talking about it. Okay. I keep picking up the wrong thing. Hector Luis Camacho. He was born May 24th, 1962. Okay. Commonly known by his nickname, Macho Camacho. He was a Puerto Rican professional boxer and entertainer. Okay. He was known for his quickness in the ring and flamboyant style. GP, what's up? Gregory Pratt, aka GP, is in the building. What's up, GP? Just started on Hector Camacho, the Macho Man, who brought us the skirt. He was the only one wearing it back then. We used to think this guy's crazy. Look what he got on, and look at all the people that wears it now. Yep. But anywho, he competed professionally for 30 years, from 1980 to 2010. I believe he was in his 40s when he was almost 50 when he had his last fight, because he was born in 62, remember, and he retired in 2010. So what's that? Isn't that 48 years? Yeah, 48 years. Wow, that's a minute. Now, he was a world champion in 3 weight classes. He had the WBC title at super featherweight, okay, from 1983 to 1984. He was a WBC champion from 1985, lightweight, WBC lightweight. That's where I thought he had his best years at, lightweight. And he had that belt from 85 to 87, okay? Yeah, that's where I would like to see him and Manny fight at, lightweight, if we could see that fight. He had the WBO junior welterweight title twice, between 89 and 92. Okay? Now, he had a storied amateur career. He won 3 New York Golden Glove tournaments, 3 of them, beginning with the sub-novice 112 pounds championship in 1978. Excuse me. Now, during his professional career, he had many notable fights against some of the biggest names in boxing. Okay, he beat Roberto Duran twice. Although the second one was controversial. I thought Duran won the second one. It was controversial. Get a chance. That's a good fight to watch when you ain't doing anything. Well, both of them really, but Camacho Duran too. Yeah, and he knocked out Sugar Ray Leonard. That was Sugar Ray's last fight. Camacho knocked him out. Bruce Gas in the building. What's up, Bruce Gas? Did I have it right, Bruce Gas? The controversial one was Camacho Duran too, right? I thought Duran won that one. Yeah. A lot of people did. But salute to Bruce Gas. Boxing, jazz, and more. Another person who was right in the middle of this era of Hector Camacho. Okay. And if I get anything wrong, he will let me know. Or might add in some more details as I'm going through it. Good to have Bruce Gas in the building. Salute to Bruce Gas. Okay. Now, he had a storied amateur career, right? Well, I passed that. Yeah, he knocked out Sugar Ray. That was Sugar Ray's last fight when he got knocked out by Camacho. Now check, like I said, he fought some big names. For Julio Cesar Chavez, Felix Trinidad, and Oscar De La Hoya. Well, of course he fought Oscar. Oscar fought everybody. Oscar fought everybody. That resume is fire. Now, in his later years, Camacho appeared in a variety of Spanish language reality TV shows, including Univision's dancing show called Mira Quien Bella. I can't even pronounce English names. I'm gonna leave them Spanish ones alone. Okay. Now, he had a lot of publicized trouble with drug abuse and criminal charges, right? In 2005, he was arrested for burglary, a charge that he pleaded guilty to. And it was shot at by would-be carjackers 3 times in San Juan, Puerto Rico, but he was uninjured in late 2012. He was waiting a trial on charges of physical abuse of one of his sons. Now, in November 2012, he was seriously wounded while sitting in a car outside a bar in his native Bayamon, Puerto Rico. The driver, who was a childhood friend, was killed in the shooting, and Camacho died 4 days later after he was declared clinically brain dead. You know, they had him on life support, but his mother requested they remove him from it, right? after 4 days. Yeah. Yep. After lying and report and from after his body was that in Puerto Rico for viewing for 2 days, his remains were transported to New York for burial at the request of his mother. Okay. Moving right along. Anybody came in? No. Oh. Hold on for one moment, please, gentlemen. And if there's any lady warriors out there, ladies too, everybody's welcome. Man, I tell you, did I get any more subscribers yet? Man. Rise Podcast made this post about the JBT lineup this morning, and my subscribers are looking good today. Once again, salute to the Rise Podcast. Appreciate that 1,000 million%. Okay, likes looking good. Appreciate everybody. Hector Luis Camacho, like I said, was born in Bayamon, Puerto Rico, to Hector Luis Camacho Sr., and his mother's name was Maria Matias. He was the second youngest child of 5 children, which included a younger brother, Felix, and sisters Raquel, Estrella, and Esperanza. I went to Esperanza Middle School. When he was 3, his parents separated, and his mother took the children with her to New York City, okay? Left Puerto Rico when he was 3, after his mother and father separated, okay? They lived in the James Weldon Johnson Housing Project in Spanish Harlem. He attended local schools and ran into trouble as a teen, getting into street fights and landing in jail at 15 years old. Pat Flannery, a language teacher in high school, helped the youth, teaching him to read and acting like a father figure, okay? His English teacher. When Camacho learned boxing and karate as a teenager, that same teacher guided him to the Golden Gloves competitions. Demonstrating talent as a boxer, Camacho chose that sport as a career. As an amateur, Camacho won 3 New York Golden Gloves championships. He won the 1978 112-pound Super Novice Championship, 1979 118-pound Open Championship, and 1980 119-pound Open Championship. Okay. I got to take this hoodie off real quick. Excuse me. Hot in here. I'm hungry too. Okay. We're talking about Hector Macho Camacho. Al Booger in the building. What's up, Al Booger? How are you, sir? Good to see you. Your day going okay? Hope everybody's day is going okay. Y'all ready for the weekend? It's right there staring us in the face. Talking about that white stuff in Maryland this weekend. The F word. But just mixed with rain, so it's going to be a mess. I lost my place. Okay, yeah. In 1979, he defeated Paul DeVos of the Yonkers Police Athletic League in the finals to win the title. In 1980, he defeated Tyrone Jackson in the finals to win the championship. In 1980, he won Intercity Golden Gloves. So very successful amateur career. He completed his amateur career having 100 fights with 96 wins and 4 losses. And that ain't bad as an amateur, you know. Because you're not watching a lot of film and stuff. You're fighting all the time, different styles. That's why, everybody loses in the amateurs. But to win 96 out of 100 fights in the amateurs, that's not bad at all. Now, his nickname of Macho has been explained in various ways. According to his father, he gave him the nickname because he was the youngest son. According to the New York Times, his mentor, that English teacher Flannery, He gave him the nickname during his teens. Now, according to Camacho himself, the nickname came as a result of American co-workers at a factory who couldn't pronounce his last name. Now, that one's believable, Camacho. They just shortened it to Macho, right? That's good, Al Booger. Ain't no use complaining. Don't nobody care no way. What's up, Al Booger? Good to see you, my brother. Okay, here's some of his amateur highlights again. 1978 New York Golden Gloves flyweight sub-novice champion. 1979 New York Golden Gloves bantamweight open champion. 1979 Intercity Golden Gloves 119-pound champion. 1980 New York Golden Gloves bantamweight open champion. 1980 Intercity Golden Gloves 125-pound champion. Like I said, very successful amateur career. 96 out of 100 fights is incredible, man, as an amateur. Most people lose way more than that, except for Lomachenko. Lomachenko was 399 and won. Now that's crazy. But he was older, fighting all them teenagers and stuff too, man. 25-year-old amateur. Man should have been a pro. But I like Loma. Okay, let's take a look at his professional career. I'm gonna skip through it because it's kind of long. I read it earlier this morning. Okay, here we go. After a stellar amateur career, Camacho began a quick rise through the professional ranks. Started out at featherweight, then junior lightweight. He was so confident. Oh, come on, man. What is this? Spam. It even says possibly potential spam. That should be against the law, man. That's spam. Okay. Don't y'all hate spam calls? Now, he was so confident that he claimed he could beat featherweight champion Salvador Sanchez and Eusebio Pedroza. Nah, Macho, it was probably a little early for that. Especially Salvador Sanchez at that time. You just start, no way. However, Sanchez died while Camacho was still coming up through the ranks, so he never got to face Sanchez. He could have beat him eventually. I'm just saying at that time, when he was bragging he could beat him, I doubt it, Not around 80, 79, 80, 81, no, he wasn't touching Salvador Sanchez. But Sanchez, they never fought because Sanchez died as he was coming up, okay? Now in the junior lightweight division, he defeated the top contenders. Melvin Paul, John Montez, and Refugio Rojas. Yeah, those were some bad boys. Okay, super featherweight. When the world junior lightweight champion Bobby Chacon, by the way, that's Skywalker's uncle. I think that's his mom's brother. Bobby Chacon, yeah. When the world junior lightweight champion Bobby Chacon refused to go to Puerto Rico to defend his title against Camacho, and he shouldn't. He's the titleist. Why should he go to him? Right, I don't blame you, Bobby. The World Boxing Council declared the World Championship vacant. Now, they took Chacon's belt from him because he wouldn't go to Puerto Rico to fight Camacho. It's not like they was trying to tilt the scales or something. You're the champion. How can you get stripped for not going to somebody else's country to fight him? That's crazy. Boxing has always been crazy, man. Okay. Anyway, Rafael Limon, who had been defeated and lost the championship to Chacon, fought Camacho for the vacant title. So the guy Chacon beat got to fight for the title again because he was willing to go down there to Puerto Rico. It was the first time Camacho was in a ring with a former world champion. He scored a knockdown on Limon late in the third round and twice more in the fifth round, and the referee stopped it in the fifth. Then he fought his first defense in Puerto Rico, where he met Rafael Salas, another Puerto Rican. He knocked Salas out with a right to the chin in the fifth round, kept his title. Okay. Then after that, he moved to lightweight. Okay. Moving up to lightweight, Camacho won the United States USBA. That was pretty big around that time. You hardly have, I don't even know if they even still have that. But he won the United States Boxing Association title against Roque Montoya. Probably butchered his first name. With a 12-round decision. His victory in the next fight, broadcast on HBO, made him a 2-time world champion. Camacho beat the Mexican defending world champion Jose Luis Ramirez in Las Vegas to win the WBC World Lightweight Championship. He dropped Ramirez in the 3rd round and won the fight by a unanimous 12-round decision. Okay. The 2 other champions in that division were Livingstone Bramble and Jimmy Paul. But they were reluctant to fight Camacho. Guess who he fought instead? Check this out. Instead, he beat Freddie Roach. Okay, Freddie was still fighting around that time. Okay. He met former WBC lightweight champion Edwin Rosario on June 13, 1986 at the Garden. About also broadcast on HBO. Camacho dominated. He dominated rounds 1 to 4, but had to hang on in rounds 5, 6, and 7 when he felt Rosario's power. Yeah, Rosario could punch for a little guy. He came back to take rounds 8 and 9, but Rosario came back to take the last 3 rounds. It was a close fight, but Camacho pulled it out. Split decision. Then he fought Boza Edwards, former world junior lightweight champion in Miami, in a unanimous decision. He dropped Edwards in the 1st round. Okay, went to light welterweight after that. Just Do Boxing in the building. What's up, Just Do? Oh, my goodness. My big fingers, I'm going to have to bear with me for one moment. What's up, Just Do Boxing? Just Do Boxing comes on at 4:00 p.m. Fire show. But y'all already know that. I ain't got to tell you about Just Do Boxing. Everybody already know. But these fire shows we get from Just Do Boxing every day at 4 p.m. And I done messed around and messed my article up. Can y'all bear with me for 1 second, please? Gas. My big fingers. Don't leave. I'll be right back with you. But salute to Just Do Boxing. Man. I got so excited to see Just Do Boxing in the building, messed around and lost my article. But it's coming back. There we go. All right, we're back. Okay, now I think he was getting ready to go to junior lightweight, right? Oh, junior welterweight. Yeah. Bear with me, people. It's your fault, Just Do. No, just kidding. There we go. I'm back. We're back. Okay, now he's going to junior welterweight. Okay? He went up in weight and competed at the next level. Doing it the right way, you know, level by level. Not like Mel. It's going to jump from junior middleweight to super middleweight on a money grab and didn't get his ass beat. Now, then go beat on a woman. Crazy, man. After a few fights, he met Ray Boom Boom Mancini, the former world lightweight champion, who had a record of 29 wins, 3 losses with 23 knockouts for the vacant WBO lightweight welterweight title. I remember that fight like it was yesterday. Camacho was the fresher of the two and won a split 12-round decision. Great fight. Another fight, if you're looking for a good fight to watch back in the day, Camacho versus Boom Boom Mancini. Okay. Camacho won a 12-round split decision. That put him in the group of 3-time world champion. Okay. His next rival of note was Vinny Pazienza, the Tasmanian Devil. Okay. He beat Vinny on points. Then he fought Tony Baltazar from Phoenix, Arizona. He beat Baltazar by points in a fight televised by HBO. Then his undefeated streak came to an end, losing the world champion Greg Hargan. Okay, Hargan was the former lightweight champion. And Camacho lost a point during the fight because he refused to touch the gloves of Hargan at the start of the 12th round. Wow. The referee took a point because he wouldn't touch the guy's glove. Do they do that now? And then check this out. After the fight, an unidentified substance was found in Hargan's urine, and a rematch was ordered. Okay, and Camacho won the rematch. So his first loss at that time was very controversial. The referee took a point because he wouldn't touch gloves before the 12th round. Then an unidentified substance was found in his opponent's urine. Rematch order, he wins the rematch. So he probably shouldn't have had that loss. But he did lose again before his career was over. So it would have been a shame if that would have been his only loss. That would have been a shame. Okay. Now, in 1992 in Vegas, he met Julio Cesar Chavez, legendary Mexican champion. At that time, Chavez was 81-0. Okay. Camacho entered the ring in an outfit based on the Puerto Rican flag. The fight was televised by Showtime's pay-per-view. That was one of the first ones, too. I don't think it was the first, but it was one of them. 1992. I'm going to have to check on that. Might have been the first. I doubt it. Camacho was later criticized by some in the boxing press for his retreating tactics during the fight. Chavez kept pushing the fight and harassed him with hard punches to the body. The bout ended with a victory for Chavez by unanimous decision. Okay, that was his second loss. Since 1992, Camacho's notable fights included 2 victories by points over Roberto Duran, one in Atlantic City, the other in Denver. And I still think Duran won the second one. That's the other good fight for you to watch. Camacho and Duran 2. Okay? Okay. He knocked out Sugar Ray Leonard in 5 rounds. That was Leonard's last fight. Okay? And then he finished up his career at welterweight. Okay? He fought for the welterweight championship against Felix Trinidad in 1994 and Oscar in 1997, but he lost both of them. Yeah, like I said, Oscar fought him. Oscar fought every damn body. Okay? But Camacho lost to Trinidad and Oscar. He never won the welterweight title. On December 5th, 2003, he faced Craig Hawk. He was 41 years old at that time. It was an odd fight as Hawk continuously turned his back on Camacho throughout the fight. Camacho had Hawk in trouble in the first round before Hawk caught an overzealous Camacho with a left hook and knocked him down. It was the third time Camacho had been down in his career. But he bounced back and battled Hawk for the remainder of the round. And he knocked Hawk down near the end of the first round and eventually won by knockout in round 3. Then he won consecutive 10-round decisions over Clinton, McNeil, and Raul Jorge Munoz. After that, his boxing career went on hiatus as he faced criminal charges. He pled guilty to burglary and acknowledged drug abuse, but he got probation. Okay. When you're famous, Had been me, I'd probably been sitting up in the big house some damn well. You know, that money talks. Okay. Camacho returned to boxing on July 18th, 2008. So it took about 6 years off. Wow. Competing, he was like 47 years old by then too. Competing against Perry Ballard for the World Boxing Empire's middleweight championship. World Boxing Empire. Never heard of it. Anybody ever heard of that? The World Boxing Empire. WBE. Wow. Okay, the fight lasted 7 rounds. Camacho won when Ballard's corner threw the towel in. Before the fight, Camacho was trained by Angelo Dundee. Wow, Angelo was still training in 2000. I always thought Sugar Ray was the last one Dundee trained. But he didn't train Camacho early in his career. But in 2008, he was training him. See, I'm learning from these things too. His last 2 fights resulted in a draw and a loss against Luis Ramon Campos and Saul Duran, respectively. His last fight against Duran was on May 14th, 2010. Then he retired. Okay. Now let's take a look at his later years and troubles. He had a lot of troubles in his later years, man. Kind of sad, to tell you the truth. Take a look at that. Told y'all this is going to be a good one today. Okay. On January 6, 2005, Camacho was arrested by police in Gulfport, Mississippi on charges of trying to burglarize an electronics goods store and carrying the drug ecstasy on him. Now, I don't know why he had to do that. He made some good money doing his career. He was in some big fights, man. He fought Duran, Sugar Ray, 2 of the 4 kings. He fought Oscar, Julio Cesar Chavez, Trinidad. All those were big money fights for that time, man. Why was he out? Well, he was bad in the drugs too, so kind of understandable. Anyway, he was sentenced to 7 years in prison, but a judge suspended everything except 1 year of the sentence, and he got the 1 year he did probation, so he didn't go to prison. Okay, well, he did serve 2 weeks. No, he violated and ended up serving 2. He was a lucky man. He got 7 years, got it all suspended for 1. Then he got that 1 on probation. Then he got violated, still only did 2 weeks. Lucky man. On February 12th, 2011, he was attacked near the Luis Lorenz Torres housing project in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Camacho said he was taking a friend to a nearby bar when 2 men approached his vehicle and tried to carjack him. He had a 2005 BMW X5. Nice ride. When he tried to drive away, they shot at him 3 times. He said that since everybody loves me, he didn't think the men had realized who he was. He did not file a police report because everybody loved him, and he said the men probably didn't recognize him. Ain't that crazy? Okay. Camacho was a character too. Okay. Now, on November 20th, 2012, around 7 p.m., Camacho was shot once in the jaw while sitting in a car on Puerto Rico Highway 167 in Raymond. Camacho was 50 years old at the time. He was seated in the passenger seat of a friend's Ford Mustang when he was shot by unknown individuals from a passing SUV. The driver of the car, Adrian Mojica Moreno, was in there with Camacho, who was a childhood friend. He was killed in the attack. Camacho was taken to San Pablo Hospital in Bayamon, where he was reported to be in critical condition. Police said a chase took place and that the vehicle from which the shots were fired was found in the area of Jardines de Catano. There were conflicting media reports, with an early claim that police arrested the suspect around 9 p.m. Police investigating the incident said they found 9 bags of cocaine in the car. The bullet pierced Camacho's left mandible and fractured his 5th and 6th cervical vertebrae, lodging in his right shoulder and forming a lesion on his carotid artery that restricted blood flow to his brain. Wow. At one point, doctors announced Camacho was expected to survive, but might be paralyzed. But after he suffered a cardiac arrest during the night, doctors said they could find only minimal brain activity. The morning after the shooting, Rafael Rodriguez Mercado, director of the Medical Sciences campus, reported to El Nunez Dia that Camacho was brain dead. His full recovery would be a miracle. Medically, there is nothing more that can be done for him, stated Rodriguez. This was confirmed the next morning by Ernesto Torres, director of the hospital. Okay. Camacho's mother, Maria Matias, announced on November 23rd plans to have her son taken off life support once his 3 remaining sons arrived in Puerto Rico to be with him. Hector Camacho was officially declared dead after a heart attack the following day. It was not possible for any of his organs to be donated to recipients because of the time that had passed between him being found clinically brain dead and when his heart stopped. He is survived by his parents, his sons, 2 grandsons, his brother Felix, and his sisters Raquel, Estrella, and Esperanza. His oldest son, Hector Camacho Jr., said violence had overtaken Puerto Rico. Death, jail, drugs, killings, he said. That's what the streets are now. That sounds like West Baltimore. Puerto Rico's former governor, Luis Fortuno, said, Macho will always be remembered for his spontaneity and charisma in and out of the ring. Puerto Rican Governor-elect Alejandro Garcia Padilla said Camacho had united the country. We celebrated his triumphs in the streets, and we applauded him with noble sportsmanship when he didn't prevail. Yeah, very sad in the Remo. Asked how he wished his son to be remembered, his father said for his clowning around and that he was a happy person, that he had revolutionized boxing by how he was dressed upon entering the ring. Yeah. Told y'all he started that skirt. That's part of his legacy. Let me get to that. After Camacho's death, his mother, Maria Matias, expressed the wish for his son to be buried in New York City, because all this happened in Puerto Rico, remember? Because when he was 3 years old, his mother and father separated. His mother moved the family from Puerto Rico to New York. So now after he died, she is wishing for him to be buried back in New York because he made his home in Puerto Rico when he retired. His mother expressed her wish for his son to be buried in New York City, where he had grown up and started his fighting career. Camacho's son, Hector Camacho Jr., thought he should be buried in Puerto Rico, but agreed with his grandmother's wishes. Before being taken to the mainland United States, Camacho's body lay in state at the Puerto Rican Department of Sports and Recreation in Santurce, Puerto Rico. During the 2 days he laid in state, Camacho's body was on viewing. Hundreds of people visited the facilities to pay tribute to the fighter. Slow down, Cas. Okay. Dozens of retired and active boxers from Puerto Rico and abroad were among those who participated in the funeral services. This was back in New York. Among them were Felix Trinidad, Wilfred Benitez, Wilfredo Gomez, John Molina, Samuel Serrano, Roman Rocky Martinez, Juan Manuel Lopez, Nelson Dieppe, Alex El Nino Sanchez, Julian Salas, Manny Siaka, and the brothers McWilliams and McJoe Arroyo. Trinidad was outspoken in praise for his former rival, saying Camacho put Puerto Rico's flag up high with a lot of pride, like many other champions have done. He was very loved. You can see how everybody has suffered the loss of this great human being, a great champion. Trinidad regretted the circumstances of his fatal shooting. Camacho's body, this was in Puerto Rico, okay. Camacho's body was flown to New York City on November 29th and presented at Alcott Funeral Home in Queens. On Friday, his body was taken to St. Cecilia's Church in Manhattan for a religious service. Camacho was buried on December 1st in St. Raymond Cemetery in the Bronx. Before the burial, a parade was held in Camacho's honor in East Harlem. 2 white horses pulled the hearse carriage up First Avenue, surrounded by fans, friends, and family of the late boxer. Camacho's casket was draped in a Puerto Rican flag. After a visitation mass at St. Cecilia's Church on East 106th Street on November 30th and December 1st, Camacho was buried on the afternoon of December 1st, 2012 in St. Raymond Cemetery, Bronx, in the Dog's Neck section of the Bronx. Al Booger, you got to do a top 5 Puerto Rican fighters list one day. Yeah, you're right. I'm going to write that down. I'm going to do that, Al Booger. Thank you for that information. All right. Almost 10 years later, on March 9th, 2022, the Department of Justice of Puerto Rico arrested 5 suspects in the shooting. William Rodriguez, Luis Ayala, Joshua Mendez. Okay, that's only 4. They were serving federal sentences for unrelated crimes and were flown in from Florida as part of what police called Operation Knockout. The 4th suspect, Jesus Naranjo Adorno, was arrested in morning hours in the same city where Camacho was killed, and the 5th suspect, Juan Luis Figueroa Rivera, remains in prison in Puerto Rico for an unrelated case. Authorities also stated that 2 other suspects were killed in 2013 and 2015 in unrelated events. Okay, let's take a look at Hector's legacy. Okay. This has been a long one. Several sports journalists, analysts, and experts from Puerto Rico and the United States have praised Camacho's skills and influence in the boxing world. The journalists Rafael Bracero and Francisco Valcarcel, president of the World Boxing Organization, agreed that Camacho was among the top 5 Puerto Rican boxers of all time. There you go, Remo. They got Camacho in the top 5 of all time. Okay, Remo, here's one for you right here that the World Boxing Organization put out. Hector Camacho, Felix Trinidad, Wilfredo Gomez, Wilfredo Benitez. That's only 4. Let me do it again. Hector Camacho, Tito Trinidad, Wilfredo Gomez, and Wilfred Benitez. But that's 4 of them. That's a good start, ain't it, Remo? But I'm going to do one. I promise you. Jalise Hart, what's happening, bro? Thomas Hill. Oh, that's Thomas Hill. What's up, T. Hill in the building? Jalise Hart is Thomas Hill on his cousin's account. What's going on, Thomas Hill? Good to see you, bro. We missed you. I did the Murderer's Row without you, bro. You were supposed to be here. You are the Murderer's Row expert, man. I did it one day this week. Maybe we'll do another one day. Okay. That was a little look at the legacy. I'm trying to see something. Bear with me for 1 minute. Okay, yeah. He was bright, colorful, and always gave something to talk about with his walk through the ring, with his unique style of entering and the costumes he wore. He gave us the skirt. We thought he had lost his mind when he first came out there with that shit on back in the day. Now so many of them doing it, you know. They, what in the hell Hector got on? He had the whole thing, the little vest, the helmet. It was crazy. I ain't like him at one time because my wife liked him a little bit too much back in the day, you know. Ooh, Hector fighting today, Hector. Okay, there you have it. Hector, the Macho Man, Camacho. Marriage and family. Let's take a quick look. He had 4 sons. His oldest son was from an earlier relationship. and 3 from his marriage. Hector Camacho Jr. also became a professional boxer, and he has won a championship. I heard zero about Hector Camacho Jr. Anybody heard about Hector Camacho Jr.? It says his oldest son became a boxer and won a championship. Probably the Puerto Rican WBL or something we never heard of. Camacho married Amy Torres in 1991, and they had the 3 sons, right? Justin, Christian, and Tyler. Hector Camacho Jr. was from a relationship, before he got married. Okay. In 1989, his wife obtained a restraining order against Camacho, alleging he had threatened her and one of their sons. They divorced in 2001. In March 2011, his ex-wife, Amy Camacho, and at least one son were living in Orange County, Florida, when an argument between the boxer and his ex-wife caused neighbors to become alarmed and call police. His youngest son, Tyler, is also a boxer, as was his brother, Felix Camacho. Oh, so he got 2 sons that box. I never heard of any of them. Together for 15 years, Hector was engaged to Shelley Samasi in 2003. The press in Guida, Dearborn, Michigan, printed an engagement notice between Camacho and Shelley, along with a photograph of the couple. Although they were never married, the New York Post reported she was the only one of his former significant others to fly to Camacho's New York funeral. Now, that's the one you should have been with. That's the only one that came to your funeral. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. There you have it. Hector Macho Camacho. All right. Now, let's take a look at the welterweight division. Okay. Because, I've been doing a history of the weight classes, and I do a different one each day. Started at heavyweight and worked my way down. I'm now at welterweight. Let me put my hoodie on because it's cold in here, man. That's why I miss my wife being home. She regulates the heat. I don't have time for stuff like that. Cas Sports ain't got time to be messing with no heat. I'm an important man. I'm part of that fire lineup the JBT has, man. Y'all heard about that murderous role of YouTube the JBT got? J Hardcore at 8, Cas Sports at 2, Just Do Boxing at 4, J Hardcore Spins the Block at 8, and then the Rise Pod, none other than the Rise Podcast, closes it down at 9. Because when you have a show, the top act gotta close. The top act always closes the show down, right? So who better to close down the day for the JBT than the Rise Podcast themselves? Did y'all check out that post the Rise Podcast made this morning? I done picked up some nice subscribers since that, man. Salute to the Rise Podcast. I appreciate them 1,000,000%. And Hardcore Boxing News and Just Do Boxing. Because those are the heavyweights. I'm back there hanging on to the coattails, rolling along with them. And I am honored to be a part of that murderous role. Okay. So I got to be on my P's and Q's. Them guys included me in their lineup. Well, let's take a look at this welterweight right quick. But it is the murderous role of YouTube channels right there, man. Shut up, phone. Okay. Now, welterweight is a weight class in combat sports. Originally, the term welterweight was used only in boxing, but other combat sports like Muay Thai, Taekwondo, and mixed martial arts also use it for their own weight division system to classify the opponents. I can't even read my own writing, man. Okay. Al Booker says, do you know how to upload high quality videos when you do your shorts? Nope. Hey, Cass. I saw somebody mention in a comment that I was thinking too. What did you see a mention in the comment, Al Booker? Nope. Yeah, I don't know how to do none of that fancy stuff, but I'm going to learn it. What was you saying? You saw somebody mention in the comment, Al Booger? I saw somebody mention in a comment, and I was thinking too. Okay, let me do this welterweight right quick. In most sports, they use it. Welterweight is heavier than lightweight, but lighter than middleweight. Okay. Now, professional welterweight boxers' weights is greater than 140 pounds, and no greater than 147 pounds. Okay, between 140 and 147. That's welterweight. Now, here are the current champions. Terrence Crawford has the WBA, WBC, and WBO. I think he still has all three of them. The video quality. Oh, okay. Yeah. But see, some people just, that's the YouTube police, Yeah, but yeah. Now, Booger. Yeah, I got to get on that. But I don't do that many shorts, anymore. Okay. Current champions. Oh yeah, Terrence Crawford has the WBA, WBC, WBO, I think. Jerron Ennis has the IBF, definitely. Okay. And here's the current rankings from Ring Magazine, by the way. They're pretty good, I think. The champion is Terrence Crawford. Okay. Number 1 is Earl Spence. Number 2 is Jerron Ennis. They still got Virgil in there. 3 is Virgil Ortiz. 4 is Imanta Stanionis. 5 is Alexis Rocha. 6 is Cody Crowley. 7 is David Evanesian. 8 is Shakram Giyasov. 9 is Roman Villa. 10 is Rashida Ellis. Now, the only thing I would have done, I would have moved Villa up some. 4 of the guys in front of him. Rocha, Crowley, Evanesian, Giyasov. I picked Villa could beat any one of those guys, man. Villa's chin and his gas tank will have him in every fight. Look what happened against Rashidi. Rashidi was willing to fight. Villa hung around and sparked him in the was it the last round when he sparked him? Sparked him in the 12th round. So yeah, I would have had Villa a little bit higher than 9. They got Rocha in front of him, Crowley, Evanesian, and Giyasov. No. He should have been right after Stanionis. And I don't know. I'm not sure about that. You like shorts? Yeah, I do too, Al Booger. That's how you get subscribers. Yeah. That's how you get subscribers, Al Booger. I was mainly using shorts early to get subscribers, Yeah. Yeah, but some of them were old. And I know it's a way when you get those old ones, you can make them look better, but I didn't really go through that. I just wanted to put them, and the quality was kind of poor, Yeah. Would you like the music? Yeah. Now I'm good at that, syncing the music up. I put my way I sync music up against anybody. I just got a knack for doing that part. Yeah. Yeah, I like that part. I thank you, Al Booger. Yeah. I'm not bragging, but I am good at syncing that music up. The sound part of the video. Now I could get a little bit better on the quality, I admit. Yeah. But yeah, I am good at that part, patting on the back, syncing the music up. But yeah, what y'all think? Would you have had Villa a little bit higher than 9? You think Villa can beat Rocha? I know he can beat Cody Crowley, Evanesian, and Giyasov. I think Villa can beat all those guys. They didn't take Virgil out yet. I think these were like as of November, because they do them each sanctioning body and ring, box rec too. They do them at different times during the month. Okay. This was done, I think this was like right from the end of November. I don't think they put the one out for the end of December yet. Nope. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Al Booker. But yeah, that Hector was kind of long. I think tomorrow, y'all must have liked it because people stayed around this time. Usually by now, I had like one person left in the building. Tomorrow, we are going to do Emil Griffith. No, Benny Leonard. Benny Leonard is tomorrow. And he was in Cas Sports Top 10 all time. Listen, Benny Leonard. Yeah. Yeah, we'll be talking about Benny Leonard tomorrow. I noticed the last couple of days when I did women profiles on women, the interest was kind of low. You know, I looked at the numbers and you know, you can go in YouTube Studio and, you know, look at the numbers. The numbers were very low for the women, like, no disrespect meant, but I might not be doing no more women profiles anytime soon because they didn't go over that well at all. Yeah. Yeah, but we got fights tomorrow. Virgil makes his return. We'll have to see how he works out. We're winding down this episode of Cas Sports. We got about 15 more minutes. Got Thomas Hill in the building today. Do a 15-minute link. 15 minutes before Just Ubasi. I'm going to drop the link in case somebody just want to come up for these last 15 minutes and chop it up a little bit with me. Aunt McQueen ain't in here today. I don't know where Aunt at. We was right at the end yesterday and Aunt dropped off. I hope you don't think I cut him off. No, I don't know how he dropped off like that, but I didn't cut him off. I was letting him finish his point. He just went out. I don't know what happened. But bear with me for a moment, gentlemen. I'm dropping the link. Miss B ain't in here today. She came in yesterday. My wife was in the chat, and when it ended, she was like, bitch, what kind of stuff y'all running over there? I was like, she be in everybody's chat, honey. That's not nothing to do with me. She was like, bitch, what are y'all doing? What is this JBT? Who is that? Yeah, but bitch is okay. She came in yesterday. Now today would be good because my wife at work. I just thought that was funny. Yes, me, what is the JBT? Who is Miss Bitch? I don't know. Miss Bitch told me in one chat that she lives in the Baltimore area though. Jay thinks it's a man. J&B Unboxing News. I have to say, I concur. I think it is too. I think it is too. But it's all good. This is 2024. Yeah, but tomorrow is Benny Leonard. Promise it won't be as long as Camacho, but that was very interesting. I think that was one of my favorite ones, the one on Hector Camacho. He came to a sad ending though, you know. Yeah. Because after he got shot, when he first went to the hospital, they were saying he was going to survive it. But then I think he had a stroke or something. And, you know, after 4 days, his mother said, go on and take him off life support, you know. Because it wasn't him, it's just a machine keeping him alive. And I agree. When you come to that point, you got to have a machine keep you alive, you know. Turn it off, man. I mean, what's the point? What's the point? You know, you can't live without the machine. I mean, what kind of life is that? So I agreed with his mother. Just ended, you know. And the other guy, the driver of the car he was with, his childhood friend, he died instantly. But they did arrest some people for it, you know. Yeah. They never said what happened to the people they charged. But I think one of the guys was still in prison. He got arrested, went to prison for something else after that happened. So he's still in prison. Yeah. For some other crime he committed. Yeah. But Hector was a very colorful person, man. Yeah. Very colorful. Excellent boxer. He could be a slick boxer with nice footwork and all that, or he could be a brawler inside. He could punch. He was just all around, man. Hector Camacho. All around. But if you want to watch a good fight, Hector Camacho, Roberto Duran 2. And there was another one, I can't remember it. Because a lot of people said Duran got robbed in that fight. And I agree with that. Yeah. It might have been one, I'm not sure. But they both were good fights. Both were very good fights. Then he sent Sugar Ray into retirement. Because you know Sugar Ray retired 4 times after the Camacho fight. That was the 4th and final one. He stopped Sugar Ray. Only time he ever got stopped. Yeah. But that wasn't the Sugar Ray at that point, you know. The man was up in his 30s. Had no business still in the ring at that point. Okay? Had no business still in the ring when he fought Camacho. So, for me, that one kind of has an asterisk beside it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm trying to pull Hector. Oh, there it is. I was trying to pull his box rack up. On one phone, it won't let me pull the box rack up. On the other phone, it does. And I think I'm going to McDonald's when I get off here. I haven't ate nothing today. We was kind of busy at work, so I didn't get a chance to eat lunch. You know. Got a lot of youngsters over there where I work at, and I don't have nothing against young people, but man, sometimes they act like they're helpless, man. You know? And I'm talking about kids that have been working there for years. You know? Like, yeah, damn. You've been doing this for years. Why do I have to help you do it today? But it's all good. I'm going to Mickey D's. Plus, I'm gonna get my little walk in because Mickey D's is like good distance for my walk exercise. I walk every day, so you know. Yeah, I think I'll walk up there. Look at that! I done got 2 more subscribers since we've been in here, man. Salute to that I told you that Post the Rise podcast made this morning, man. I have salute to the Rise podcast, man. I would appreciate them 1,000,000%. I've been picking up subscribers like crazy since this morning. I picked up 2 more since I've been in here. That's a lot for me, you know. I might have 1,000 before long. Man, I forgot what I was doing. Oh, yeah, I remember. Hector Camacho's box rack. I'm old, man. But tomorrow will be Benny Leonard. Great boxer from back in the day. You'll see. Okay, you got to get back to work, Al Booger. Okay. Thanks for stopping through. Enjoy your day. Holler at you tomorrow. Or later on in the hangout tonight, Al Booger. Appreciate you stopping through, bro. Damn, I only got like 10 minutes. I'm trying to get this Hector Camacho box rack up because we got Just Do Boxing coming up in 10 minutes. Everybody. Yeah. I was trying to get this Physical Macho box record. One phone it comes up, the other one it doesn't. The other phone must be getting to like T Hill territory. I'm sorry, T Hill. You still in here, Thomas Hill? Remember old school was at today. Jay probably resting. I know Jay usually rests this time of day. There it is. Okay. Yeah. Hector could do it all. He was could be a slick boxer. He could brawl. He could punch. Found a record of 79-6. 3 draws. Wow. 88 fights. Never got stopped. 38 knockouts. Isn't that crazy? 88 fights. I think he was 50. His last fight, he was 50 years old. Excuse me. He was 50 years old. Yes. Yes, he was. Wow. Lost unanimous decision in his last fight. Saul Duran. That's crazy. Appreciate you too, Al Booker. You're a solid, staunch supporter. JBT got that's what makes the JB channel so good is the supporters, man. You can depend on these supporters, you know. I ain't got many, but these few I got, I can depend on them being there every day and stay the whole time, you know. So hey, I'm happy, you know. Anything, you know, as good as your supporters, you know. So I appreciate everybody, man. 1,000,000%. Truly do, man. I was shocked when I started this thing. I was like, man, I might get 1 or 2 people and they ain't gonna stay around long. And shoot, I'm still going. Still getting the core group of people every day. It's crazy. Cas Sports. Oh, you did, Remo? Okay. You can send it. How will you send it? Email or message? Or let me see. Yeah, you can send it to me. The one that's on the ride. Oh, that is beautiful. That is nice, Remo. Yes, that is nice. Oh, you hooked that up. Okay. I like that. I like that, Remo. Good job. Okay, I'm gonna drop email and Instagram in the chat. Those are all small letters. Oh, come on, Cass. Slow down. I'm trying to type because I gotta get ready to get out of here. Just Do Boxing is ready to come on. And we're gonna get another fire show. We always do from Just Do Boxing. I'm the warm-up act. See, I'm the preliminary. You know, you're in the preliminaries now. Okay. What the hell is my Instagram? Damn. Man, I typed it into the wrong damn phone. Slow down, Cass. But another good show, I think. What y'all think? Nobody better not say it was a terrible show, neither. And then keep in mind the hangover meet and greet. The hangout meet and greet. I said hangover meet and greet. Well, some of us probably will have some hangovers after the meet and greet. Because I still hit bars and stuff. So, you know, we can do that too. We're trying to do it around the fight though. Because like I always say, boxing is what brought us together. What better place to have our meet and greet? than at a fight. Abdul Wahid fight. My favorite boxer. The face of boxing. I know Tank's father. Well, I used to know him back in the day. I haven't seen him in years, but yeah. I think that was before Tank was born. I used to see Tank's father around 92, 93-ish. What is Tank, 28? Yeah, I think that was like a couple years before he was born. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm from that neighborhood called Sandtown. Perry Street. Yep. Yeah. The old Tank's father. Sure did. Yes, I did. Didn't know his mother, though. Didn't know his mom. Mm-mm. Nope. Yeah. I see his father was at that, what's his name, interviewed him at the, I think it was after the Ryan fight in Vegas. His father interviewed, Ellie interviewed Tank's father. And I was like, I ain't gonna say his name, but yeah. Yeah, I know him. Back in the day, early 90s. Yeah, it's a damn shame. I can't even think of my damn Instagram, man. Trying to pull it up. This is getting on my nerves. Well, I got to get ready to make my move. Get ready to go to Mickey D's. I probably get me some nuggets. That's the only thing in there I eat. The rest of that stuff is. Oh man, I wanted to go do my walk, but I might go to that drive down to that place Jay keep telling me about, 11:30. Yeah, Senior gave me the exact address. It's on Winston Mill. That's where I think I'll go. Yeah. I wanted to take my wife, but I'll take her next time. So I had something to tell Jay tonight. I'm gonna ride on down to 1137. Remember the place Jay always tell me about? Yeah. Okay, Mike, I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna run on down there. Check them out. I'll walk later. But look at here, y'all. I gotta get on out of here. I appreciate everybody once again. Thomas Hill, Just Do Boxing, Al Booger, Bruce Gas, Gregory Pratt, aka GP, BN Boxing News, Tim Layton JBT, Lonnie Lee, Remo JBT, Mike Masick, The Rise Podcast, appreciate them 1,000,000%, and Justin James JBT, stopped by to give a like, then he had to get back to work. And once again, I appreciate everyone that continues to rock with my growing channel. Cas Sports, y'all. Everyone have a good day and a good weekend, because I'll see y'all back here on Sunday. Peace.